King quiere. The king killed.
In the castle of Assembly Hall, King Claudius and Queen Gertrude speak with 3 courtiers named Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, who have recently arrived from England.
Thank you for the trip to Denmark so quickly. We're much in need of your help here. It's Hamlet, you see. He seems so depressed. I'd like you to find out what's been bothering him.
Hamlet has often spoken fondly of you two. We are hoping you can cheer him up and take his mind off his troubles.
Anything you do for your majesties.
Polonius enters the room.
My liege and madame, to debate what majesty should be, what duty is, my day is day, night night, and time is time. Therefore, since brevity is the source of all limbs and tediousness, I will be brief. Your noble son is mad.
More mad or less art.
I have received some letters, which my daughter Ophelia has received from Hamlet. Here's one. To the celestial and my soul's idol, the most beautified Ophelia. Doubt that the stars are on fire, doubt that the sun doth move, doubt truth to be not ire, but never doubt I love. Your highnesses, I believe I have found the source for Hamlet's madness. He is driven mad by his love for my daughter Ophelia.
Claudius and Gertrude look over love letters and poems that Polonius hands them.
Do you think Polonius could be right?
Hamlet appears at the far end of the hall, his face buried in a book.
Here he comes now. Let's leave him alone with his friends and see what they can find out.
The king, the queen, and Polonius sneak off.
Lord Hamlet!
My good friends, how are you lads?
Not too bad.
Well, you must be a little out of fortune's favor to be here in this prison.
Prison?
Yes, Denmark's a prison.
Why do you say that?
Hamlet refuses to answer. Instead, he asks Rosencrantz and Guildenstern about their travels. As they describe their voyage, they mention the fact that they recently passed a theater troupe on the road.
One of the best troops in all of Europe. Won't it be fun to see them perform?
Not long afterward, a flourish of trumpets can be heard. The theater troupe enters the castle. The prince and his friends go to meet them.
Welcome, actor!
Will you be putting on a show for us in the next few days?
Yes, indeed. Julius Caesar, Buffalo Troy, we can do pretty much any play you like.
How about the murder of Gonzago? Do you know that story?
Yes.
Good. I'd like to see you perform that one tomorrow night.
A little later, Hamlet paces in the library, alone talking to himself.
Am I a coward? A villain? Well, those titles probably suit me well enough. Here I am, the son of a dear murdered father. I've been ordered by his ghost to avenge his most unnatural death. But instead of acting, I stand unloading the grief in my heart with words. Hamlet pauses for a moment. But what if the ghost were really a demon, sent to test me? I'd better make double sure that my uncle is really guilty before I act. That's where this theater troupe will come in handy. I'll watch Claudius's reaction to the performance tomorrow night. Yes, indeed, the play's the thing wherein I'll catch the conscience of the king.
समझ बिल्कुल नहीं है. He's making a play happen where the same story, the dad kills the wife or something. Oh. Okay. He's gonna watch the king as the king looks guilty. Oh, thanks. Because his ghost dad told him to kill the little one.
By the next day, Hamlet's mental health, or lack thereof, has become the talk of the castle.
When you talked to Hamlet yesterday, did he tell you the cause for his behavior?
He wouldn't say.
Have you managed to get him interested in some kind of lighthearted activity?
A theater troupe arrived at the castle yesterday. He seemed very eager to see the plays performed. In fact, he wanted to make sure that your majesties attended the performance tonight.
I'm relieved you have an interest in such things. Go and keep working on cheering him up.
We will, my lord.
Rosencrantz and Guildenstern leave.
My dear, everything was awesome. Polonius and I are setting a meeting between Hamlet and Ophelia.
Ragazzi,
See
perché
how
niente
he
voglio
responds to her.
l'acquario capello?
Queen leaves. The king and Polonius get Ophelia to stand in the hallway, pretending to read a book. They duck out of sight when they see Hamlet coming. To be or not to be? That is the question. Is it nobler to quietly suffer the stones and arrows that fortune flings at me? Or should I fight against this sea of troubles? To die, to sleep, that would end all this heartache and pain. Part of me wishes I could just die and be done with this world. But I also worry about what happens after death.
Hamlet spots Ophelia. Good day, my lord. How are you today?
Well, well, well.
I have some things I've been wishing to return to you.
She holds out a bundle of love letters, poems, and trinkets. Hamlet looks at her blankly.
I never gave you such things.
You know you did. You said many sweet words when you gave these things to me.
You should never believe sweet words in a sour world.
Hamlet begins to rant and rave at Ophelia.
Get thee to a nunnery. Why would you wish to marry anyhow and bring you sinners into this world?
Eventually, Hamlet runs out of steam and shuffles off. Ophelia stares after him with tears streaming down her face.
I don't think love is the cause of Hamlet's behavior, and I also don't think he's insane, but I do think he's dangerous. I better get Hamlet away from here. I'll send him to England. We owe the English king a visit and some tribute.
I get it.
Hamlet can deliver that.
As you wish, my lord. Before he leaves, why don't you have Hamlet talk with the queen one last time? Perhaps she will be able to get some real answers out of him.
Claudius agrees. A message is sent to Hamlet saying that he is to see his mother after that evening's entertainment has ended.
Ana ko pa yun? They're watching the play now. Oh, okay.
That night, King and Queen and all the courtiers attend the theater troupe's performance, The Murder of Gonzaga. The play is the story of a woman who professes that she loves her husband and will never be married. At the moment in the play when the poison is pouring his deadly potion into a sleeping man's ears, King Claudius suddenly rises, looking shaken.
Stop the play! Everybody out! Lights! Lights!
A little later, King Claudius stands in his private chambers talking to Rosencrantz and Guildenstern.
I don't think it's safe to keep Hamlet here, given the way he's been acting lately. Therefore, I'm asking him to return to England and bring Hamlet with me. I'll give you some papers delivered to the English king, introducing Hamlet and explaining our situation.
Your safety and the safety of our people are a great concern, Your Highness. Rosencrantz and Guildenstern depart, leaving Claudius alone, looking frightened and shaken.
The offense I committed stinks to high heaven, to kill my own brother, and now guilt and fear hound me every minute.
Claudius falls to his knees, attempting to pray.
I want to pray, but what words can I use? How can I ask for forgiveness if I continue to be married to the queen? How can I be granted forgiveness if I continue to wear this ill-gotten crown? And now I'm stuck in a pit of corruption and sin, and I can't get out.
Hamlet enters the room quietly, with his sword drawn.
Now I should do it. I should kill him.
He raises his sword and then pauses.
But wait. If I kill him now, he might go straight to heaven. My father was never given a chance to confess his sins before he was killed. No, I ought to kill Claudius when he's in a rage, or drunk, or swearing, not when he's praying. I'll wait.